guys, welcome to TCR. Sid,
Mike.
thanks for clicking on the video. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Today we're gonna have a little bit of real talk with the problem about participation trophies. One of the things that's been happening lately with society is we don't want our kids' feelings to be hurt. So we started handing out participation trophies like it was everybody was a winner. And you know what? That's not the case. Not everybody is a winner. Not everybody needs to be handled with kid gloves. We've become such an overly sensitive society that you can no longer have normal conversations with people. You can't have an exchange of ideas because, heaven forbid, you disagree with somebody, you're then branded, I don't know, sexist, racist, a gun owner. It's not the way that we are supposed to function as a society. We're supposed to be able to, in America, share ideas.
Well, be careful telling people how they're supposed to function in society.
Well, yeah,
right?
whatever. I won't apologize for it. We have a First Amendment. We have a Second Amendment. We have
a bunch of them.
We have a bunch of them, but those are very important ones, and there's a reason that they're in that order. Part of what got us talking about this was I have a friend who I have been helping, who shall remain nameless, on a little bit of a weight loss journey, and he's an American citizen, but he's currently living overseas, and he had one of his friends kind of attack him for posting
on social media
his weight loss journey and how he's been exercising and all of this, basically accusing him of not being sensitive to people that couldn't exercise. Yeah. We are in such a funk in our society right now of you can't say anything and you can't do anything because you have to apologize for it because you ignorantly might say something that could possibly offend somebody 10 years from now and could cause you to lose your job or your friends and it's ridiculous the level that PC has become.
There was always a set of rules, spoken and unspoken, about PC, about what you could and couldn't say to someone, and those rules made sense, you know? When I was growing up as a kid, it's like, there were just certain lines you didn't cross. You didn't fat shame people. Well, some people did, but you weren't supposed to, right? I mean, you weren't supposed to make fun of people for how they looked or if they had a disability. There were rules that made sense. We have spanned to this place right now that we're in where you can't say anything because it's going to be interpreted by someone, Sid's done such a great job. She gets up every morning at 4 o'clock and she exercises and she looks amazing. Well, why is it so important how she looks? Why are you such a woman? That's not what I said, right? I mean, people just want to be combative. People nowadays have been handed so many participation trophies throughout their life when in fact their parents didn't participate in their childhood, okay? I'll just throw that out there.
Yep.
They've been given all these participation trophies and they've been taught by the system, not by their parents, okay? They've been taught by the system that everything should be the way they want it to be. Every detail of everything should be the way they want it to be. And if your version of it is different, you're wrong and you should be attacked.
You can't have a society that can work and live and be together in a cohesive manner when you have all of this divide over just being able to say a simple sentence. You can't anymore because you're so busy apologizing over yourself as you get these sentences out so that nobody attacks you. It blows my mind that we have allowed things to get to this level of everyone being so sensitive, nobody being able to take a joke. I mean, God, I feel bad for comedians nowadays. I think that part of the problem of having people be so sensitive, having been so coddled, having been told that they're a winner and don't worry about it, we'll take care of it, nobody wants to work for anything anymore.
So these kids, these 30-something kids, I'm calling them kids because they haven't grown up. They haven't done the things required to grow up. They have not had to really work for anything. And parents out there who are in that age group are literally trying to take away the ability of parents who want to parent so that their kids will grow up to be these entitled, generation as well. I see it everywhere. We were literally watching TV the other night, and TV, by the way, is probably part of the big problem, no doubt. But we were watching John Quinones. Can I call him out? Yeah, he's not gonna watch this.
We were watching What Would You Do?
What Would You Do? Yeah. There was this episode, and granted, they played it up. The dad was probably being a little bit harsh, but, he was telling his son to man up. And people had a problem with that. And the whole episode, or the whole section of the episode, was about this. Was about not being too hard on your kids, or forcing them to do something they don't want to do. And I've got a problem with that. There's a line there that obviously we don't want parents crossing out there, and we've all seen it. Kid getting his ass whooped in the Walmart is probably not cool, but there's a line there that you need to push.
Yeah, if you don't push your kids, they don't grow. They don't try to achieve things. They'll lay and do video games all day, and that's it. That's all they'll do, because we have created this sense of entitlement with these, oh, you participated, oh, good job, even though
Right.
You didn't do a good job. You did a crap job.
Yeah, you did a terrible job. You didn't put in any effort.
Yeah, and
you
you're-
sat over there picking your nose in the outfield, and you put in no effort. Why should you win?
And it takes away that feeling you get of achievement when you do work hard and you achieve something. So all these people that have this sense of entitlement, that feel that they shouldn't have to work for anything, that
Right.
it should be handed to them, that society should just take care of them because, well, they don't want to have to work, or they can't work because, well, they got a degree but they can't get a job now, but the government should pay for my college. It's like,
And the impact that that's having on society
Yeah.
is detrimental. We are seeing it everywhere right now.
Yes.
Everywhere, all of the problems that we are seeing stem from this,
Yes.
at least partially. The guy that feels like I should be given everything that you have, even though I didn't work for it, is not the guy I want raising kids that my kids are going to associate with.
we're seeing in society is there's a lot of people with their hand out and nobody trying in that group to help anybody else.
Right.
There's nobody that is offering assistance or trying to better their community. They're simply going, give it
Where's
to me,
mine?
give it to me, give it to me, where is it?
Right.
And that is like, and they don't see it. They don't see the hypocrisy of what they're doing. They're asking for what they're not willing to give themselves.
They wanted me to pay for their college.
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, I want the government to pay for the college. Well, the government doesn't have any money, people. Wake up. Where does the government get money from? They get it from you and I, okay? When we pay our taxes, that goes into a purse that the government now has to pay for basic infrastructure and, the military, right? National defense. But these kids, these entitled generation of young adults, I'll call them, they want that money to come to them. They want that money to provide them with free health care, to provide them. And look, I'm not saying that I don't believe in a social welfare system that makes sense, right? We've always had that. We've had that since we were tribes, where it takes a village, right?
Well, I
we
think
take
it was
care
more
of each other.
Officially, it was during FDR, but yes, society generally
Takes care of
we
of
take
those
care
that
of
can't
each
take care of
other.
themselves.
Yeah, but there's a limit on it. There's a limit on it. So that's it, guys. That was kind of our little rant today, our real talk. We have spent so much time coddling this new generation in society that they are now just running rampant and throwing tantrums, and they're not even getting a legitimate point across anymore. God forbid if you say anything, you'll be censored and you will be branded a bad person. We need to not be so overly sensitive.
And don't censor yourself.
Yeah, we need to be able to, you know, remember that we have a First Amendment. I'm not saying be hateful. I'm not saying, you know, hate speech and the First Amendment are two very different things. I'm saying that you should be able to have different opinions and not have to be so overly worried that you're going to be crucified for your opinion differing from what the media is trying to portray as the way you should be thinking, feeling, and acting. That's my take on it. I think that everybody should just be rolling up their sleeves a little bit harder, helping your neighbor,
right,
breaking a sweat, doing some hard work, learning a trade, figuring out your life.
And we're not making this political, right? This is not a Democratic or a Republican thing.
This is just a
humanity
thing. A humanity thing. This is just, you know, get your you-know-what together, go live your best life. Nobody should feel the need to bite their tongue as much as we do lately. I mean, we're going to be biting our tongue so hard that pretty soon we're all going to be silent. And I can't say that I feel that's a good way to be.
If I can't read your mind, then I'm a bad person, and I should apologize for it.
You should.
Millennial.
Censor yourself. Hey, with the cussing. I'm not a millennial. Okay. I'm older than that, thank you. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, click that bell so you get the notifications, and drop us a comment. Let us know what you think about our take on the current status of being so sensitive. Okay.
So we're shooting the thumbnail?
Yeah, we're shooting the thumbnail.
And your idea for the thumbnail is I'm trying to take your trophy away?
You're trying to take my trophy.
Okay.
So.
How about if I take my trophy?